What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're taking a look at another episode in the series Gold Farming by Zone, a series where I will eventually go through every single zone in the game and talk about the different gold farms that you can do in those zones. And in today's video, we have this zone, 1,000 needles, and there is a couple of decent gold farms in this zone. So before we take a look at that, massive thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. This is a digital guide that you easily open up on your computer, and you have all the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to obtain hundreds of millions of gold. Even better is the fact that it comes with a lifetime of free updates, meaning that whenever we get a new patch or even a brand new expansion like Midnight, I update the exact same gold guide with the new best methods, and I send that to your email completely for free. So that's going to be linked down below in the description, and by using the discount code STUDENT, you'll get it for 50% off. And I know a lot of you guys already have the gold guide. If you do, definitely worth checking out the VIP Discord as well. Once you join in, you can view all my YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. You also get exclusive content in forms of gold tips, multiple spreadsheets for gold making, TSM groups and operations. You can even get access to my personal investments that I'm doing ahead of player housing, Midnight, upcoming patches, and much, much more. But that will also be linked down below in the description. So the first thing that we want to take a look at is two rare elites that you actually want to kill in 1,000 needles. So you have this guy right here, the Basilisk, Iron Eye, the Invincible. And then you have one guy that's down in the water right here, which is, it's a name that is literally impossible to pronounce. But this guy, this is like a Silithid mob. He drops the Silithid Ripper. And the Silithid Ripper is a decent item, a very good item, because it is a unique appearance and it's a weapon. Yes, it looks a lot like a lot of like similar items, but it's not exactly the same. It does have a different item ID, so like every collector is gonna need one of these bad boys. So that's from the mob in the waters down here. He only spawns at one location, so it's super easy to spot out. And then you have this guy. He also barely patrols. That will be the Basilisk mob, and he drops the Blade of the Basilisk. Once again, does have a shared appearance, but people doing all the things they add on ATT, they need to collect all items from all rare elites, so this one also performs quite well. A bit more interesting, and an item that I've made literally a couple of millions of gold on, is going to be an item that was added in patch 10.17. So in this area called this Blithoof Heights, you have a bunch of these Galax Centaur mobs. Now, the thing is, you just run in circles and you just kill absolutely everything that moves. And then you're hoping to get the Heavy Marauder Scimitar. It does drop specifically from these guys, the Galax Molar mobs, but in order to get the mobs to hyper spawn, you gotta kill all of them. And yes, they will hyper spawn. And yes, they will still drop as normal, even with the current loot change that's going around, where the mobs are pretty much stopping to drop loot. It's a blue item, and blue item aren't affected by the loot change. So you can still farm this one. And this is a very expensive one. You can see the last two that I sold, average price of 126,000 gold. That was fairly recently, though. I did sell my first one for 450k. And then one right beneath that, I sold one for like 290k. And I've had a lot of good sales on this one. Now, keep in mind, though, that it is a bit difficult to get. There's a reason why it has such a high value, even on full pop realms, because it isn't the easiest weapon to obtain. Another farm, probably one of the farms that I've done the most through like the last 10 years in terms of open world farming, is this cave right here, often referred to as the Saltstone Cave. And the reason why people call it the Saltstone Cave is, well, because I called it the Saltstone Cave, because we used to get a bunch of the transmog set that's called Saltstone. That's a like a world drop green transmog set with unique appearance. And if you go to your realm and you search up Saltstone, you'll see that the prices and sell rate on the set is very good. But you also get a bunch of other patterns, plans, and transmog sets as well from these guys. The issue right now, though, is that that loot table is affected by the change. So after killing mobs for like 1.5, 2 minutes, they're barely going to drop any loot anymore. So a lot of people are going and doing dungeons instead. So one thing that people are doing now lately is to kill these guys until they notice they're barely dropping any loot. And once they reach that point, they fly up to the Centaurs and they kill the Centaurs for a while until they've reset the loot change thingy. But you can also get very expensive patterns like the rich purple silk shirt pattern in this cave. So it is very, very good. Outside of that, there's not too much else to get. Because like all of the vendors and everything, they only sell items that have shared appearances. There's no other farm in the zone that we do that doesn't have like a better location to do it at. Like you can go to any zone in the game and you can be like, okay, we can hyper spawn the humanoids at West Ridge Summit. But there's going to be a different location with like that's just better to do. Same loot table, but it's more kills per hour. So the farms that I featured now is the ones that people, including myself, are doing. It is worth mentioning that you also have the dungeons RFD and RFK. If those are located in Thousand Needles or like actually down here in Southern Barrens, though, is debatable. But both of those dungeons are very good for transmog farming, and they have completely different loot tables on blue items and also green items. So it is worth doing both of them. But that's pretty much it for the gold farms worth doing in Thousand Needles. So hopefully you found this video of value. Do got a ton of videos similar to this one coming to the channel. So just make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel if you want to see those. And of course, don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide alongside with the VIP Discord. Appreciate you all watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.